but my cousin said, but my uncle said, but my auntie said. Nothing wrong with getting advice. I love advice from my elders. Nothing wrong with getting advice. I love advice from my elders. Nothing wrong with getting advice. I love advice. But they not getting advice. They are getting orders. See, you don't have to follow advice. You have to follow orders. And black man, don't you let another man run your house. Not your father-in-law, uncle-in-law, none of big brother-in-law. You might get, listen, I'm the man of this house. And if I need to tell your father that, if I need to tell your brother that, if I need to tell your uncle that, I'm going to tell him that. I respect them. But family, you don't run shit in these four walls. Be respectful when you do it, brothers, because they still your in-laws. Be respectful when you do. And black woman, if you got to tell his sister with her lonely ass, if you got to tell his mother with her bougie ass, if you got to tell her aunt, tell his aunt, sisters, you go tell them. Don't go too hard. Don't go into a post-traumatic relationship disorder temper tantrum now, black woman. I need you to maintain your honor at all times, my beautiful African sisters. Are you listening to me? Butter almond and butter pecan. Are you listening to me? Sweet brown sugar and warm pistachio. Are you listening to me? Chocolate fudge and African butterscotch. If you got to check his mother, do it with a little bit of love. If you got to check his auntie, do it with a little bit of love. If you got to check his big sister, do it with a little bit of love. And then you practice a little bit of Ifa Tunde psychology. Because, you know, I think I'm the greatest psychotherapist to ever walk the face of the earth. You say, listen, big sister, I know you love your brother. You help your mama raise your brother. And I know it might be a little uncomfortable knowing that you are no longer the most important woman in his life. I know that might bother you a little bit, but I got to ask you this, and I'm saying this to you in love. This is how you get at it, my sisters. This is how you get at it, my sisters. A caramel honey queen, Lord have mercy. A chocolate fudge with a sweet honey dip complete, Lord. You say to her, are you afraid of being lonely? Are you afraid of being lonely and therefore you want your brother to be lonely so y'all can be lonely together? Say it as calm as I said it. See, when you really got to throw that shade, always throw shade in a calm way. Always throw your shade in a calm way because it hits home harder when you say it calm. Is the real issue you're afraid of being lonely? And so you rather your brother be lonely with you. And look at her just like that. Stare right in her eyes for 5 seconds. Count to yourself. 1, 2 Negro pen, 3 Negro pen, 4 Negro pen, 5 Negro pen, and then you walk off. So when he say, you yelled at my sister. No, I didn't. You cursed my mama. No, I didn't. I spoke to your mother the same way I'm speaking to you. Black man, you got to do that too. Excuse me, my beautiful queen. I spoke to your father in the same tone I'm speaking to you. I was masculine. I was unapologetic, but I was humble and respectful because your father is still my elder. I was masculine. I was unapologetic, but I was humble and respectful because your father is still my elder. Yes, I had to check your father, but I did it respectfully and with humility because he is old enough to be my father. You got to be humble because if you're not, they're going to try to misrepresent you. They're going to misrepresent you to your husband. They're going to misrepresent you to your wife. So you got to use strategy. You got to use strategy. Misery loves company. When my homies come to me and say, Doc, I'm thinking about leaving her. First thing I say is, do we need a session together? I might think he need to leave her ass, but I'm not telling him that because black wives matter. I think he might need to leave her ass, but I'm not telling him that because black wives matter. I might think he need to leave her ass, but it ain't my place to say that because I might have too much influence. So I'm going to say, listen, brother, y'all been together 10 years. Y'all been together 5 years. Y'all just got married last year. How about y'all have a session with King Kong consciousness? Let me come to the house and let's have a rectification of this romance. Let me see if I can get y'all to see each other's perspective. Because your ego might be out of control and hers too. Your pain body is awakened, and her pain body is awakened. And when you got two pain bodies woke up, it's not going to matter. You yelling, she screaming. You acting like a woman, she is a woman. We got to do something about this. You acting like a woman, she is a woman. We got to do something about this. See, black man, you got to get in the habit of speaking your piece and leaving it. Because if you yell at me, I'm going to spend a night in the hotel. Yell at me again, my beautiful African wife. I'm going to go and spend a night at the hotel or my brother's house or my sister's house or my mama's house because I will not allow my woman to disrespect me. You can say whatever you want to say, but you will not treat me like a child. I am not your son. You are not my mother. I'm going to give you 5 minutes to get your pain body back in your unconscious. I want you to repack your pain body back in your unconscious because you're taking out pain from past lovers on me. I'm not your ex-husband. I'm not your baby dad. I'm not your boyfriend from high school. I'm not those married men you had affairs with who told you they was going to leave their wife and they was only lying because they wanted that sugar box rock. I'm not them. I'm your current husband. And you're not going to take out the pain you have for them on me. I'm going to give you 5 minutes to regain consciousness over your emotions. 5 minutes. And black woman, you can do the same thing. Black woman, you can do the same thing. Tell that man, I am your wife. I am not your slave. You will never talk to me like that again. You owe me an apology and a promise it won't happen. See, I got one rule in my relationships. I got one rule. The golden rule, the Ifatunde golden rule in my relationships. You know what that rule is? What is the Ifatunde rule? If I don't do it to you, you do not have permission to do it to me. If I don't curse at you, you do not have permission to curse at me. If I don't raise my voice at you, you do not have permission to raise your voice at me. If I don't come home late, you don't have permission to come home late. Oh, yes. If I don't talk to my baby mom after midnight on the phone, you don't talk to your baby dad after midnight on the phone. That's my rule. It's the golden rule. If I don't do it, you don't do it. The Ifatunde rule. And if you violate 3 times, on the 3rd time, I'm going away for 30 days. No conversation, no connection. 30 days, you won't hear from me. And in those 30 days, you better go find you a therapist because after 30 days like Nat Turner, I'm coming back to the village. After 30 days like Nat Turner, I'm coming back to the village. After 30 days like Nat Turner, I'm coming back to the village. And when I come back to the village, you better have had about 6 psychotherapy sessions with a strong black woman who respects black men. Don't get you. Black man, make sure your woman don't go to therapy with no damn feminist or rainbow ganger. Your marriage will be over after 5 therapy sessions. Black man, make sure your wife's therapist is not a rainbow ganger or feminist. You will be done. That marriage will be over. You tell her, I need to meet your therapist. I got to meet my wife's therapist. When I marry my 2 queens, I got to meet the therapist. I got to meet them because I got to make sure this is not a rainbow ganger or a feminist because you're not going to destroy my house in the name of psychotherapy. You are not going to destroy my marriage in the name. I'm serious, my brother. I'm dropping knowledge. Now, your psychological IQ might be too low to understand the jewels I'm dropping right now. I'm giving out jewels right now. I'm serious. And black woman, you better make sure your husband's therapist ain't a rainbow ganger or an anti-black woman hater. Y'all better check these therapists now. Y'all better check these therapists. And when I come back after my 30-day hiatus to give you time to get yourself together, black woman, when I come back after my 30 days, my sugar box better be tight. That rubber band, I'm gonna snap that rubber band and it better pop right back. I'm gonna pull that rubber band better pop, because if that rubber band don't pop, you was out there getting your sugar box rock, oh Lord, the marriage might be over. Oh yes. You want two husbands? Go ahead. They want to share the same sugar box? Be my guest. Your rubber band will be extra loose. I'm going to tell you that. I don't know too many men who want that. That rubber band going to be as loosey-goosey. You might as well get a t-shirt right now. You're going to have